Once heralded as the pride of the UAE Navy, the F8C Lightning has been praised as the best that humanity has to offer, but being out and about for quite some time now, does the F8C Lightning's reputation still hold up today? Well, g'day everybody, my name's Mr. Cheeks, and today we will be answering that very question. We'll be checking out these statistics, take her out for a stroll in some combat, go over the pros and cons, and of course, get into the verdict. Welcome to our review of the F8C Lightning. Let's do it. Now, before we rush to any judgments, let's give the F8C a fair shot, and of course we'll review the statistics first and foremost. Number one, the price. What are we looking at? Well, it's a very unique situation. You have 300 USD on the RSI website. All you need to finish Squadron 42 in order to purchase it in the Persistent universe. There is also a stealth variant that you can grind through Wicklow, and there is also the Golden Ticket event that CIG operates every now and then that allows people to rent the ship and purchase it. Interesting. What weapons do we have though? Well, sit down, this is a big one. We have two size 3 CF337 Panther laser repeaters, two size 3 Tarantula TT870 ballistic cannons, then we have two size 2 Tarantulas of the same variety, and two size 2 CF227 Badger laser repeaters. They are actually positioned on a turret on top of the ship. The turret is slave to the pilot's control, no remote necessary nor available. Backing up, we have 8 size 2 Ignite 2 missiles, 4 on the port and starboard side respectively. You'll see their little viewports here, in addition to the turret just above them. We have 2 size 2 Stealth B grade shields, alongside 14,960 HP, which is of course in a bubble shield style. Backing this up, we have 40,200 ship HP, enclosed with 10,890 armor HP protecting it. Very handy. The speed gets you 210 meters per second at SCM mode and 1,075 meters per second in nav mode. The pitch we're dealing with is a 38, the yaw 35, and the roll comes in at a cheeky 140. Not too terrible considering the size. What does this all mean on paper though? Well, overall, this is a heavy fighter, but it has some strange numbers going on. We'll go through a walkthrough, take it out to combat, and I'll explain. Okay, here we are, checking this out in primarily first person, the F8C Lightning. Look at this, wow, very interesting ship. You access the controls through the single seat on the port side there. Here's one of our size 3 Panther laser repeaters. We'll work our way around the port side. You'll see 2 of our ballistic cannons, size 2 and 3 respectively. You'll see more on the other side on the starboard as well. As we continue working our way throughout the ship, you will notice a lot of reminiscence of modern day jets. Here are some of the thrusters on the rear of the ship. It's just some of its 17 total thrusters. It has quite a lot backing it up. I mean, there's a lot of heft to this, so definitely need a lot of thrusters to get it moving. As we look underneath the ship, you'll notice that there are 3 struts for the landing gear in particular. Pretty solid, nice and thick, and you know we like it thick here. Got a lot of things to hold up. As we maneuver along the rest of the ship, you'll notice there's quite a lot of detail. Unfortunately, not really much practicality at the moment. There aren't any components that we can pull on out, and while of course the weapons are mostly accessible, you won't be able to engage with any repairs or anything along those lines through tools, at least not at the moment. The ship is still waiting for its gold standard pass, soon TM of course. Here's the other Tarantulas. Interesting name for such ballistic cannons. And if we take a moment to go into third person, I'll just show you all where we have some of our missiles as well as our turret. Here is just 4 of the size 2 missiles, the turret above it, again with the Badger laser repeaters. Those are just some size 2s. Honestly, if you're really into military ships, you will probably agree that this is a pretty gorgeous ship. Very interesting style overall. It has very smooth sort of linings that go along the exterior. But then you have sharp points as well, reminding you that this ship can certainly be fierce when it wants to be. Very beautiful. Let's actually go up and get into the ship. You access it here on the port side. Again, this is a single-seater heavy fighter. You can also access loot in this as well. There is some storage. Fairly basic at the moment and no weapons components yet, although devs have said that it should be coming in the future. And here we are. This is definitely an Anvil cockpit. Got a decent amount of practicality with some of these buttons. And of course we have to test out the lamp. Yes, there is a working lamp, thank goodness. The more lamps the better. Works pretty well, gives you a nice green tint. You can open and close that exterior hatch as well. Decent sounds for it overall. Let's get to the engines.
Engines online.
Turn them off, and then we'll just turn them back on one more time. Listen to that thunder on the horizon. It's almost like there's some lightning around here, huh? Let's take her off. You can listen to it as she does so. Then we'll take her out into some combat. Enjoy the view, everyone. Love these sorts of takeoffs. Only in Star Citizen, huh? Deadly and beautiful. Okay, we're in the skies above Daymar, taking on some various different kinds of ships. We do have a larger Mercury cargo ship, mixture of light and medium heavy fighters, so this will be a good little run for the ship. We're going to focus on the Mercury first. Let's pop off some missiles in its direction. Boom, connected nicely. Let's try our other 4. There we go, that's all 8 missiles. And we kinda damaged the wing.
Shields hit.
Wow, listen to those weapons. That sounds beefy, doesn't it? However, as time goes on, it's been a few minutes now, and I am still laying into this Mercury. Keep in mind, this is after all 8 missiles smacked into it as well. And we're still chipping away at the Mercury. And still, we are chipping away at the Mercury. We'll talk about this later. At least it looks good while doing it. You can see we are damaging it. But man, I'm about to run out of ballistics.
Ballistics low. Ballistics low.
To be fair, this is probably a decent amount on my fault, on my piloting. However, I've used all my ballistics and the Mercury is still going. Let's deal with these other fighters and we'll come back to it. Let's take on this Hornet. These lasers just melt down those shields. And almost there. Oh, you've already lost a wing. Okay. This is a little wonky. Probably some stuff with the server too, but there she goes. See you later, mate.
Shields hit.
Alright, let's return to the Mercury. Can we do it with just the lasers? Let's give it a crack. Wow, there it goes. Okay. Technically you can take it on, but 8 missiles and however many ballistic rounds later, I forgot now to be honest, but wow. We have this Scorpius that's being helpful and just sitting still for us. Good to see the lasers can handle it. Here's a larger ship. Again, giving us some easy shots, but we'll just test it out for science while we're here. The lasers are just our size 3s underneath. And our turret on top you can see up here as well. Oh, there we go. So it is doable. Anyway, let's move on. Alright, time for the pros and the cons. Well, let's do the pros first. First off, it actually has a lot of weapons, which is really nice because it allows you as a pilot to customize the ship to your unique needs. All of the weapons can be swapped out, and while you cannot increase the size of them, you can do some mix and matching with various different types of weapons, which is appreciated. One of the biggest pros has to be the visuals and the overall look, as well as its audio. This is a humanity-heavy fighter, true and true. And when you get into that cockpit, you will feel like you belong in the UE Navy, which is definitely going to appeal to a lot of players. The last one is, of course, its durability. It's very much forgiving, it has a decent sized bubble shield, and its armor and ship health mean that even when you lose that shield eventually, you aren't going to just instantly vaporize, which is a bit of a nice change for fighters. However, let's get to those cons. Con-wise, we're dealing with a bit of an identity crisis. This is a quote-unquote heavy fighter, but you won't be chasing down enemy fighters to stop them in their tracks. You need them to come to you. And you won't be chasing down bigger ships because your weapons are just frankly not big enough. So it's in a bit of a strange spot. You have a heavy ship, but you don't have heavy weapons backing it up. That means that you really do rely on mistakes of your enemies and the durability of your ship's hull and overall health to really carry you through fights that other ships might do a little bit better in, or they're more specialized and tailored to deal with certain circumstances. And it has to be addressed. Anyway, let's get to that total verdict. The F8C Lightning is still one of the coolest ships in Star Citizen. It looks, sounds, and feels incredible to fly, but it does have also enough survivability to carry newer pilots even through some more challenging times. But after checking it out for quite some time now, myself and Mrs. Cheeks have both come to the same conclusion. It's a fun heavy fighter to fly, but it's got medium weapons, but it moves even slower than what you would want it to do to chase down those lighter fighters that it's supposed to be dealing with. You also will struggle to outmaneuver them. In fact, you just won't. You will need the enemy ships to fly into your flight path in order for your many different weapons to knock them down. Now, this ship has incredible potential, and of course, Star Citizen balancing does change from day to day, but this isn't a ship you want to pick up if you're looking for the pure best heavy fighter in the game. This ship isn't for everybody. It's for the kind of people that love military-style ships and are really looking to live out that sort of mil-sim-style flight experience and really become a UE Navy pilot. If you're a bounty hunter like me, there are definitely better, more specialized options. Overall, the ship isn't bad. It's just kind of confusing, and its hefty price point means that you will only really want to pick it up if you know that this ship is for you. We also recommend keeping an eye out for more future events like the Golden Ticket event that allow you to rent it and try it for free so you can make up your mind. Anyway, what do you think about the F8C? Is it worth it in your opinion? Have you had different experiences? Let us know down below. Thanks for watching.